that the engine's not really happy it started today, so we're not risking it. And we're going out on Murray's boat. It's changed the dynamics a little bit, but we're still going to try and get in the water. We'll be able to anchor up. We're going to go try and hit some mackerel first and try and dive with them and maybe even shoot them. And then we're going to go try and hit those pinnacles as well. So change your plan, but we're making the most of it.
But look, we've got so much space there. We went from space being at a premium to like Step Brothers. There's so much room for activities.
And a toilet.
And a toilet.
I don't have to pee in my suit. It's great.
I'll probably still pee in my suit. So I'm going to jump in with the Cuttle Bone speargun, which they've sent me up basically to try out. I'm going to jump in here and give it a go. It's a nice shallow reef. We might see mackerel, we might see anything, hopefully some nice big pollock or something like that. Really looking forward to using this gun. It wasn't long before Murray had the rod over the side and he was bringing up some good sized mackerel. It also wasn't long before Arian was in the water trying to shoot the mackerel as well.
This is the closest thing to shooting baby dogtooth tuna that you get in the UK. You're lighting as fast as possible.
So it was only right for me to hop in as well, and armed with the new Cuttle Bone spear gun, I was straight in there and I managed to find the edge of the reef. Fair to say there was plenty of bait fish about. I was in maybe 8 meters of water here, right in some nice deep kelp, and they were just everywhere. However, I wasn't really finding the big fish, so I thought I should try some deeper spots. Hitting those deeper spots, I started to see some more pollock life, which was just what I wanted. No monsters kicking about. I was around 17-18 meters here. There's even some really nice wrasse kicking about. But I must admit, I just love being in this environment. The deeper dives, the sponge everywhere, the sea urchins everywhere. But back at the boat, I think someone was getting a bit bored or fidgety.
Oh, this is the captain speaking. Well, they're in there getting wet and cold and possibly shooting nothing. I'm going to make sure that they've got something nice to come back to. So, put the stove on, get that kettle boiling, maybe a nice cup of tea, coffee, cup of soup, hot noodle, whatever they want that requires hot water. I'll look after them. That's the kind of guy I am.
Now we're still out on this offshore pinnacle, basically, this reef, and I'm hitting the deeper dives around the 17 to 18 meter mark. So you can see here, just following this ledge all the way down. Now up top, it's getting a little bit rough. The wind started blowing, but pretty keen to try and shoot a fish. Here, I just think I'm out of range. First time pulling the trigger on this gun, I didn't really do it justice. Yeah, I missed. It happens.
They're here on like the front side.
With the chop just getting a bit too much out here, we decide to head back to the boat and in search of a new location. So we're going to head for Shetland ground and try and find some more fish, basically, in some nice calm conditions. Couple of soup, couple of soup. Fair to say, I think we've made the right decision. Look at this, clear water, less chop obviously, and just fish everywhere. But the fish we want are a little bit bigger than these ones. This is also a perfect time to really test this gun out. It's calmer waters. I absolutely love the look of it and the way it feels, so this is perfect time to just get in there, try some fish. First thoughts of this, of just how crazy this thing is balanced in the water. It just, if you let go of this thing or push it like a torpedo, it just sits there. I'm very impressed. But let's see how it works at depth. One thing I love about multiple day trips is your diving just gets better and better as the days go on. Now we're on our 3rd day here and we've been doing a lot, so I feel great. I'm doing happy and comfortable 16 to 70 meter dives, and it feels like my usual 10 meter dives, and that's just because I've been doing so much. Here I'm around 16, 17 and I'm right on the bare rock, and the possible reason for this is all those sea urchins. They've just ate the kelp away. But looking around, there is a lot of fish life, so fingers crossed I bump into some bigger pollock. Now here I'm diving that weed edge. It just feels right at the minute. It's around 15 meters and below this whole edge, and it's a good amount of kelp. I do a quick look behind me. I want to see a nice pollock just cruising in over my head. So I get even lower in the kelp, so it gets a little bit inquisitive. Turns, looks, and I take a shot just as it's going away. And boy, is this gun fast. Pulled the trigger and it was straight there. Now, I got it right behind the head, but the fish still goes wild.
It just came over my shoulder.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Do the clever boy then.
It nailed it.
Call him.
That's good, right?
Next dive, I end up coming across a line of creels. Now, I'm not stupid, so I'm not going to go anywhere near it because I don't want tangled up, and I'm not going to go sticking my hand in any creels, but there seems to be a lot of fish life here. Next thing I know, in the corner of my eye, I see a decent sized pollock, and it's staying very, very close to the kelp. But I take my time, I stay nice and still and quiet. I'm not really grunting too much, and I just line up the shot, really take my time, squeeze the trigger, and lights out. The fish just curls in the water. Best kind of scenario you can have, really. Stone dead at the bottom and just swim straight up with it. One thing I love about this gun is as soon as you pull the trigger, the wood gun just shoots to the surface. Now it really helps, so the gun's just out the way, you're not getting tangled up in it, and you can just see it coming up a bit quicker than I'm coming up with the fish. Now I'm back down at the weed edge, and you can clearly see it here, and there is actually a lot of fish life. You can see these are all perfect sized pollock, but I'm kind of sitting for something bigger because I have shot some nice fish, and if I want to shoot something, I want to shoot something even bigger. But I don't see anything, so I just sit there, take my time, and really just enjoy the dive. Having shot a nice couple of fish myself, I decided just to drop the gun for a while and do some filming and enjoy the diving. me and Arian are pretty much dived out, but we can't go in yet without Murray getting in. It's a bit of a shame that he's ended up doing most of the boating, but he's looked after us a lot, which is nice. Arian managed to get his first fish on the pole spear, and I managed to...
Nice wee collie going to outright.
And I managed to get a nice couple pollock come in. There's a few about, but not hundreds. Just picking them out basically. Really impressed with that Cuttle Bone spearfishing. That's Cuttle Bone speargun though. Sits lovely in the water. But we'll do some more videos talking about that in a bit. Now the one thing about being a new diver, I believe, is to just get that water time in. So I don't really hesitate to get in with Murray, and I really owe it to him for boating for us today. So I'm in, and I'm just gonna let him have fun basically, let him play about with the spear gun and practice even just shooting at kelp, reloading, unloading. It's all that kind of stuff you need to do, little dives here and there, and just being in the water. So if you're new and you're watching my channel and you're watching this episode, I just say get in the water, enjoy it, and take everything you can from it, and it'll just get better and better. I got on the Cuttle Bone speargun, decent size, around the 5 pound mark maybe. I'm fairly happy with them. There's a few smaller ones that I left, but I'm happy with them. I'm using this is what I've been using. They just sent it to me. They're sending it around the UK. Everybody's testing it out basically. It's got multiple pulleys, like an inverted roller. I must admit it is pretty easy to load because you do it in stages with the different bands, and it's just effortless in the water. There's no recoil, you just go pull the trigger, and I stowed one of them straight through the eye, and the next one was a perfect body shot, which thankfully it held because it's a fairly big fish and it did pull, went into the kelp, and had a bit of effort getting it out. But I must admit I do love this gun and how it just sits in the water. Again, I'll do some more videos of this before I send it back away, and some nice close-ups and outlines and stuff. Now on our way back in, we take the time to get the fish sorted out. Now everybody has their own way of doing these things, and I'm no expert. And filleting fish varies from fish species to size to everything like that, and you can even go into fresh or been in the fridge and stuff like that, or on ice. But one little trick I like to do for any sort of fish really is, if you struggle to fillet one side or do one side very well and then struggle to do the other side, is just half fillet it and then turn it over and fillet the whole side and then go back to the first fillet. And Arian gets tucked into doing his fish as well. He's also going to skin them and basically take them off. You can see here he's going halfway through the fillet and just ripping it off. He's done this a lot. I have done it and ripped it to shreds, so if you try it, be careful. So we're now back at the marina, seal feeding time. Arian's done a good job of skinning all the fillets. So, look at the size of this bad boy. Right. He's not small. I wonder how many fish he can eat. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a crazy day with boats not working and weather coming in, but we made the most of it. Join me next time where we have a lube off. Take that as you please. I go back out with a cuttle bone and find those fish. And we even managed to go to a beach and do a decent cook up as well. So join us next time, and thank you for watching.
Top of now, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what to say.
Look at that body.
Look at it.
Body.
So these are